Hi, I'm Jim Finnerty. We're at Hopkins Airport for a behind-the-scenes look at air traffic controlling. Tonight on PM Magazine.
Well, what do you think? It's a Curtis Mathes, and it may be the best set you can buy, but you're not going to believe that, right? Well, if it weren't, would we put a 4-year limited warranty on it? No way. And that means if any part goes out on you, even the picture tube, Curtis Mathes will provide a replacement, free, for 4 years. Curtis Mathes, the most expensive television sets in America, and darn well worth it.
Available at Crest Curtis Mathes in Southgate Shopping Center and in Strongsville.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, save 30 to 50% on hundreds of fine furs selected especially for the big Auditorium Fur Sale at May Company downtown.
Campbell's Chunky Split Pea with Ham Soup is so chunky, you'll be tempted to eat it with a fork, but use a spoon to get every drop.
WJKW TV8 Cleveland.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jim Finnerty.
And I'm Kathy Brugette. Welcome to PM Magazine.
We're at Cleveland Hopkins Airport tonight to do a story about the men and women who allow us to fly in and out of here safely. I'm talking about the air traffic controllers, people you never see. We'll go behind the scenes to see what, as you might imagine, is a very stressful job.
And in our departments tonight on PM Magazine, Dr. Ron Swanger has advice on how to cure the common cold. Mossman will have some tips on buying that new stereo system, and Rick DeShant will introduce you to a real old-fashioned chimney sweep. We'll also meet Donna Summers, the singer who's made a name for herself as the Queen of Disco. But first, here's Jim.
I guess I'm just a traveler at heart. I love airports and watching people jet off to those far-flung and exotic places. But you know, the ability for us to do that depends on some people here who never leave a dark room.
It's more like a high-speed chess game where everything's moving along, but there are airplanes and people involved in it, but everything just seems to move so fast.
Ron Wary is an air traffic controller at Cleveland Hopkins Airport, one of 57 controllers who, every day, handle the takeoffs and landings of more than 1,500 airplanes, 400 of them regular commercial flights.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. United Airlines and your travel agent wish to welcome you to Flight 363, Friendship Service to Kansas City.
We have standard phraseologies that everyone does use, and we are issuing altitudes, speeds, and vectoring the aircraft, which would be issuing headings to them, vectors, to the airport. And we are always in communications with them. Someone, as if we're not here, the center would be. And it's our job just to keep them separate. And it's just standard phraseologies that we do use. And it really, verbiage is one of our biggest things. We have to cut down the verbiage as much as possible just to keep everything running along smoothly.
You don't chit-chat?
No, there's none of that.
At Cleveland Tower, United 438 is ready to take off. Cleared into position and hold, United 438.
Roger, United 735, runway 23 left, taxi in position home. Car 27, ground.
Cleveland 7, Mike November's ready in sequence.
All of the controllers at Hopkins Airport work an 8-hour day, but a day broken up by periods of no more than 1.5 to 2 hours in front of a radar screen.
We're controlling the radar blip itself, the tag target, the alphanumerics, and we just want to be consistent, and it's awful nice to go over and tell a guy, hey, you did a fine job, while I had a lot of airplanes there. And it's the same reward for you as they tell you did a fine job.
I didn't maintain 8,000, Cleveland altimeter is 3011. American 19, pilots discretion, descend to maintain 7,000. November 51 Hotel, your radar contact, 30 miles southwest of Cleveland Hopkins, proceed direct chart. Eastern 30, Cleveland, fly present heading vectors, final approach course, maintain 10,000, altimeter 3011.
I think the quality of work here can best be judged by the standards laid down by the FAA in examinations each year. And Clevelanders have every right to be proud of their air traffic controllers. Last year, Hopkins International was judged the safest air facility in the United States. As for you, don't fly away. Coming back on PM Magazine on TV8, we'll go to our departments.
Ward's train load sale is right on time. With $40 savings on this stretch stitch sewing machine, just $149.88. Ward's 20-pound capacity washer is a special buy, only $289.88. And Ward's 5-temperature automatic electric dryer is also special buy priced, just $209.88. The gas dryer is only $40 more. So board the Savings Express during the train load furniture and appliance sale at Montgomery Ward.
Greasy dirt can be a problem all over the kitchen. How do you clean it?
I would use ammonia. Ammonia.
What if I told you ammonia is good for some jobs, but not for greasy dirt? Top Job cleans greasy dirt. Straight ammonia can't.
You'd have to convince me. I wouldn't believe you.
Let's see what happens.
I think I need Top Job. Mine is not cleaning. Side with the Top Job, it's great.
The side with the ammonia, it's still sticky and tacky, and I like my side better.
Top Job, the tough kitchen cleaner for tough greasy dirt.
Serve your family a truly elegant meal tonight. Kentucky Fried Chicken with a golden crust gently seasoned with 11 herbs and spices. Creamy whipped potatoes with rich chicken gravy. Buttery corn, tangy coleslaw, and fresh strawberry pie. All from your Kenny King's carryout stores. The take-home meal your whole family will love.
Oh, there's something about Kenny King's you'll love. Oh, Kenny King.
Yeah, first time I made breakfast, I served a muffin other than Thomas's.
I think he was just trying to get out of making breakfast.
Aye. She bought one of those other muffins once.
He loved the price.
But not the muffins.
Other muffins just don't compare to Thomas's because Thomas's have all those nooks and crannies to make them crisp and crunchy outside, yet light and airy inside.
Yes, Cook once ordered one of those other muffins in a sack. Gave him the sack.
Nothing tastes better than a Thomas's. Thomas's Promises.
If you're like me, this winter weather always means catching cold at least once. But tonight in our health department, Dr. Ron Swanger has some advice on how to feel better if you do come down with a bug. Also in our departments tonight, Mossman has some advice on buying stereos, and Rick DeShant will introduce us to a chimney sweep.
We're coming to you from Cleveland Metropolitan General Hospital, where we have it on the very best authority that the winter cold, that dreadful winter cold, is with us. We'd like to give you a little bit of advice as to a few of the things that you might try to maybe take the edge off it and maybe feel a little bit better. First, regardless of what you've heard, aspirin and fluids, particularly if it includes fruit juice or something that's got vitamin C in it, is to be recommended. This will at least cut down on the discomfort and the generalized achiness, chills, and fever that go along with a regular, everyday Cleveland winter cold. If you just can't be satisfied with that and you'd like to add something to it, you might want to buy from your drugstore some nose drops in case you've got very runny or very stuffy nose, some antihistamines or decongestants to take care of the stuffy head, and if you've got a cough, you may want to add to that some cough syrup. None of these things will cure the common cold, but at least they'll help you get through the worst part of how you feel, that terrible, achy, rundown feeling. If none of it works, I guess there's nothing left to do but to sneeze and bear it.
Mossman here. You know, with winter at the door, a lot of music lovers will be trying to combat cabin fever with a little Saturday night style fever by investing or maybe reinvesting in stereo and audio equipment. The problem is, with all the hocus-pocus language used by salespersons and merchants, it's a little difficult for the consumer to make the proper choice of equipment. For example, turntables. Salesmen will talk about direct drive, rim drive, belt drive. The fact is, all these machines can turn the record at the proper speed. The thing to look for is a quality tone arm and stylus. The part that touches those records, it costs you $8 a hit. Every time you play a record, there is a force of 30 to 60,000 pounds per square inch at temperatures of 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit exerted on this vinyl record by the stylus. And that's pretty heavy. So what we're looking for is a very straight and a very light tone arm, one that can accurately trace the center of each groove on every record. That way, when you play that record for the 20th, 50th, or 100th time, you're going to get first play quality. So what we're looking for is a record player and not a record eater.
Oh, chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheree. Good luck will rub off if you're in good company. Hi there, I'm Rick Deshawn for the Acme School of Chimney Cleaning Technique, where you'll learn things like damper analysis, soot analysis. Actually, what I'm doing here is cleaning out my chimney, but being the Tom Sawyer that I am not going to do this alone. So I went out to Fairview Park and I found an honest-to-goodness chimney sweep, and his name is Dennis Bundy, and he's up on my roof right now, and he's starting to clean away. He comes over, and you know, he dresses up just like an old chimney sweep, right out of Mary Poppins or Charles Dickens. He's got the top hat on and the tails, and he's all dressed in black and everything. But, you know, Dennis was telling me there's a very serious reason for having your chimney cleaned or swept. Look at this. This is all soot. And if this builds up inside your chimney, you could run into a serious problem and have a chimney fire, and then there goes the whole house. You know, then you're really in big trouble. So Dennis is up there now, and he's starting to clean away, and you know, I bet I could help him out down here. I could probably save a few bucks. He said it's not that messy if you know what you're doing. Do what? If you know what you're doing.
And on tomorrow night's Departments, PM Magazine's Linda Harris has tips on selecting a travel agent. Up next, disco queen Donna Summers.
Ward's train load sale is right on time. With $100 savings on nylon velvet upholstered sofas, you can choose from the classic contemporary, the functional look of traditional, or the popular early American style. They're all sale priced at just $299.88. And all style house bedding is now 25 to 30% off. So board the Savings Express during the train load furniture and appliance sale at Montgomery Ward.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Announcing 8 new shades from Lip Quencher. Wet, wonderful colors drenched with moisturizers. So your lips look as good as they feel.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 new shades from Lip Quencher. They won't just wet your whistle. They'll ring your chimes.
Arthritis sufferers, when minor pain strikes, doctors recommend one medicine more than any other. It's in Arthritis Pain Formula, the arthritis specialist.
Got your mower!
Need the card, Dad.
Generous Jim Barnes. He'd give you the shirt off his back.
Took your old shirt, dear.
But warning, don't ask him for his Morton mini pie. It's the perfect size for just one.
Dad, can I have some?
You want my pie?
Morton makes a freezer full of sumptuous little fruit pies, fluffy little cream pies, just the right size for you.
My little pie, my own little pie.
Morton mini pies, it's your own little pie.
Oh, forget I asked.
Pilot Dogs trains dog guides and gives them at no cost to capable blind persons. This is made possible through individual donations. Help give a guide dog to a blind person and send your tax-deductible contribution to Pilot Dog, 625 West Town Street, Columbus, Ohio, 43215.
You know, disco dancing and disco music has literally swept the country, and no one has had more influence on it all than Donna Summers. Since her hit record, Love to Love You Baby, a few years back, she's had 5 gold albums and 2 gold singles. And this year, she was in her first movie called Thank Goodness It's Friday. PM Magazine's Robin Young caught up with Donna when she was in Boston.
If you got it, you had better flaunt it. My sisters think they got it, and they're gonna flaunt it now. They're gonna make you want it, yeah, they're gonna flaunt it now. Yeah.
It's been quite a strain, more than what people expect. They think, oh God, it's all glamour, it's all glitter, it's all this and that. It's all work, a lot of it.
Has this made it even more important to have the strong and loyal family that I hear that you have?
Oh God, yes. And my parents take care of my daughter, and they take care of me when I need it.
Both Andrew and Mary Gaines, Donna's parents, have been totally supportive of her career. They take care of her daughter Mimi when Mother is on the road, and they were here at the Chateau de Ville every night with the rest of the family.
Don't I know you two from somewhere? It isn't any different than having a lot of doctors or a lot of lawyers or a lot of any other thing in your family. They're my children, and I see them as my children more than I do as actresses or singers. And sometimes I look at them and people say, that's Donna Summer, and I look and I say, gee, she looks like Donna Gaines to me.
And I'm gonna flaunt it.
The other members of the Gaines family on stage with Donna are her 2 sisters, the young ladies on the left of the backup trio, Mary and Dara. And Dara told me what it felt like to be up there.
And it's nice to be able to sing with the family because it's something that we wanted to do for a long time. You know, my mother and father was waiting for us to grow up so we could sing together, and this is our chance.
For Donna Summer's special.
How did you incorporate your family into your act?
Well, it was easy. They sing, and I had been taking 3 other girls on tour with me, and I decided, why should I take someone else's family all over the world with me?
Between rehearsals, I talked to Donna about another traveling companion, boyfriend Bruce Sudana of Brooklyn Dreams, the opening act for the summer show. How important is it for an international star, someone like yourself, who to a lot of people is up on a podium, how important is it to have someone like that you can be close to?
It's very, well, I think it's important for everyone to have someone, but especially in my position, it's always the threat of whether someone loves you for you or whether they love you because of the advantage of being with a person like you. We realized at some point that we had some form of psychic relationship, and it was very, very unusual. And I've never had that strong a psychic relationship, I think, to anyone.
Hey, get to a rhythm, get into it.
We're religiously on the same level. I mean, he believes in God, I guess, as strongly, if not more strongly than I do. As opposed to, let's say, going to church all the time, which is almost out of reach for us at some point. We do read the Bible a lot, and yeah, together. And we usually pray together at nighttime and stuff like that.
That will come as a surprise to a lot of your listeners who think of you again as just the disco queen.
Well, we see that, I mean, I believe that all things have a balance, and there is a balance of nature, and nature gave us each different facet of life. Sexuality, it gave us intelligence, it gave us emotion, and it gave us a spirit. And I believe that I think that I incorporate all 4 of those things in my life.
How much a part of what you are now is your background?
Of what I am now? What I am now to myself, or what I am now to the public?
Are those 2 different things?
I would think so.
Tell me about that.
Well, what I feel I am now to myself is I am arriving at a space where where I do feel free to just be myself, and where I'm sort of giving up to a great extent the image that people have projected on me, actually on a song. And I would never put it down, because I believe that just about anyone can be a sexy lady if they have the right people behind them. But for me, it was much better, because I had gotten to some point where I really didn't know who I was at all. And at this point, you know, I have arrived.
Donna's sister Mary on stage knows just how good that hometown reception feels.
People will come out, they'll pay the money, and they'll come out to see you. Even though they could very easily walk up to you and say, hey, could you get me a ticket? Yeah. They will pay to come in to see you, because they know you're trying to do something for yourself, and they know Donna's trying to do something for herself, and they want to do it. They feel like, well, this is our girl. We're going to help her get there.
I love you in a place where there's no space or time. And I love you for my whole life. 'Cause you're all friends of mine.
Every time I see her, she just gets better and better. I can't believe it. I look up there and I say, is that the little girl that used to get dirty in the backyard? And I find out that she looks so beautiful that just makes me cry.
On her latest album, Donna wrote a song called Once Upon a Time, about a girl whose fairy tale comes true. That girl was, of course, Donna Summer. But it took a lot more than wishing. It took a lot of work, a lot of faith, and a family that believed she could do it.
Well, you better thank someone real soon. Good night.
Donna has become a great success here in the U.S., but she actually got started in Europe. And although it seems unlikely now for a disco singer, her very first performance was in the German production of Hair. We'll be right back on PM Magazine.
Ward's train load sale is right on time. With $40 savings on this Powerhead vacuum cleaner, just $139.88. Ward's 4-cycle portable dishwasher is a special buy, just $229.88. Save $60 on Ward's 16-foot upright freezer, just $279.88. This hi-fi component package is $80 off, only $319.88. So board the Savings Express during the train load furniture and appliance sale at Montgomery Ward.
Albert, what are you doing? If I run all my appliances for a month, my formula will tell me what each costs to run.
But it's all right here in the electric decision maker, Albert. Blender, 11 cents a year. TV, $1.80 a month. Vacuum, 3 cents an hour.
Zelma, you're a genius.
Get your free electric decision maker from your electric company.
At the Illuminating Company in Ohio Edison, we want you to know what it costs every time electricity goes to work for you.
Zenith announces a breakthrough. System 3. System 3. The best Zenith ever. The best ever. A brand new picture tube for the sharpest Zenith picture ever. Sharpest picture. And an all-new modular chassis. All new. Designed to be the best performing, the most reliable color TV in Zenith history. The most reliable. Zenith. System 3.
See your neighborhood Zenith dealer.
Scandinavian health spas have something for everyone interested in feeling good, from a cardiopulmonary analysis that shows you where you are to a personal program that helps you get where you want to be. The best in exercise equipment and the jogging track. It's the Scandinavian way to give you a new lease on life.
Did you say lease, John?
Right, Ed.
I'd like to lease a body.
All spas join in the grand opening of the newest spa at Warrensville Center and Emory by offering a 20% membership discount.
You know, Kathy, I feel a lot better about flying after doing that story about the air traffic controllers.
You know, Jim, speaking of flying, tomorrow night we're going to meet some kids who can really fly, only around a roller skating rink out at the United States of America.
We'll also meet a man who lost 350 pounds in the world's fastest diet.
And Dr. Aaron Leash has tips on how to give your pet a pedicure.
Tom Vakar has some suggestions about rust-proofing with winter well upon us.
And world traveler Linda Harris has advice on selecting a travel agent.
Kathy, I'm sorry we can't get a travel agent and fly off to Tahiti. We have to do another show, but I'll tell you what, I'll treat you to a rapid ride downtown.
That's a deal.
See you tomorrow night on PM Magazine.
Good night.
Mark and Frank perform a hair makeover, and Dr. Lawrence Singerman discusses ways to help prevent blindness on Noontime tomorrow at noon, right here on TV 8.
Dick Goddard. One Cleveland weatherman people just believe in. The first Cleveland weatherman with National Weather Service color radar. Look for Dick Goddard. The weather may not always be good, but he is. Look for Dick Goddard on News Center 8.